So the next item in the exam is explain the concept of A, root mean square speed and kinetic molecular theory. So ano nga ba yung mga yon? So yung root mean square speed, basically it is a concept that quantifies the average speed ng gas or liquid particles. So itong mga root mean square speed, ito din yung ginagamit para mas maintindihan natin ang kinetic molecular theory. So, ano nga ba ang kinetic molecular theory? So, ang kinetic molecular theory is, tinutulungan niya tayo para ma-explain or maintindihan natin yung behavior ng mga gas at yung properties nito based sa motion ng individual gas molecules. So, next. So, yan. B, what is the difference between barometer and manometer? So, ang difference, so barometer and manometer can be both used in measuring the pressure. However, nag-iiba lang sila dun sa purpose at yung type ng pressure na kanilang mine-measure. So, a barometer is used primarily to measure the atmospheric pressure. Pero ang manometer naman, usually ginagamit siya to measure yung pressure inside a closed system or within the closed system. So, sa manometer din, ang ng usual readings ng manometer ay nasa pascals, PSI, or millimeters of water. While sa barometer naman, usually, yun nga, ATM, inches of mercury, or millimeter of mercury. So next is the gas law problem. So here we have, if a gas law at 25 degrees Celsius occupies 3.60 liters at a pressure of 1 atm, what will be its volume at a pressure of 2.50 atm? So first, to solve for the gas law problem, we need to identify kung ano yung constant. So here in the given problem, makikita natin na ang constant here is yung temperature. So according dun sa tatlong law, so sa gas law kasi meron tayong tatlong law, which is the Boyle's law, Charles law, and the Gay-Lussac's law. So dun sa Boyle's law, ang sinasabi doon that temperature is constant and that pressure and volume is inversely proportional with one another. So, ano ibig sabihin ng inversely proportional? So, kapag ang pressure, for example, tinaasan mo siya, therefore, ang volume na ino-occupy ng gas molecules is bababa. So, kapag inangat yung isa, bababa yung isa. Kapag binaba mo isa, aangat naman yung isa. So, that is inversely proportional. So, sulat natin here, Boyle's law. Wait. Oops, wrong color. Yun. So, please bear with my handwriting kasi di nga sanay. So, Boyle's law. So, since temperature is constant, ang magiging formula for Boyle's law is P1 over V1 equals P2 over V2. Ayan. So, since na-identify na natin kung ano yung formula, first, we need to identify kung ano yung mga given sa atin. So, given, okay? Given. So, first, we have, ayun, syempre, lagyan na lang natin, no? Temperature is equivalent to 25 degrees Celsius. Next is the V1. So, the unit for volume will always be in liters. So, kung ml yan, you need to change it or you need to convert it into liters. So, V1 is equivalent to 3, sorry for the ugly handwriting, 3.60 liters L. And pressure 1, that would be 1.00 or basically it can be 1 na lang. Para din yung pahirapan yung mga buhay nyo. ATM. So, always remember then, no, na ang pressure, ang unit na lagi, dapat ATM. So, yon. So, the P2 will be, 2.50. This is 5 po 5 ATM. Ayan. So since we identified the given, we should identify also the unknown. So ano nga ba yung unknown natin? Wait, lagay ko na lang U para di na ako masyadong magsusulat. So unknown. So ano yung unknown natin? So ang unknown natin is yung volume 2. Bakit? Kasi nakalagay dun sa problem, what will be its volume at a pressure of 2.5 atm. So V2, this is 2, yan, question mark. So, next, no? Let's solve na for the volume. So, since ang nawawala ang V2, we need to derive the formula for V2. So, paano mag-derive? So, in order to derive, wait lang. So, mali pala yung formula na to. So, this should be P1 times V1 equals P2 times V2. Wait, mali pala. So, yun. Wait, balitan natin. P1, V1 is equals to P2 times V2. So, to derive for the formula of V2, since nakikita naman natin dito na katabi ni V2 si P2, therefore, we need to divide both sides by P2. P2, V2. Cancel si P2. So, therefore, V2 is equivalent to P1, V1 divided by P, wait, P8. Ayan, add ko na lang dito kasi, yan, P2. So, since may formula na tayo, let's solve na. Okay? So, V2 is equals to P1, V1, underscore, V1 pala to, P2. So, after nyan, simply, what you call this? Oh my God, nakalimutan ko. So, ilagay nyo lang yung mga values or yung given dun sa specific nilang place. Specific nilang place. So, P1, that would be 1 ATM, ATM, times V1, that would be 3 ml, 3 liters, sorry, over P2, that would be 2.5 ATM or 2.50. So, after nyan, simply, you just need to solve. Oh, this is 3.60 pala. Wait. This is 3.60. This is 3.60. My bad. 3.60 liters. So, 1 times 3.60, that would be 3.60. So, 3.6 divided by 2.5, that would be V2 is equals to 1 point, that would be 1.44. Sana parehas tayo ng sagot na. 1.44. 44. So, ano yung magiging unit? Cancel mo yung ATM. Since liters yan, since volume yan, that should be in liters. So, the final answer, So, the final answer would be V2 is equivalent to 1.44 liters. So, laging tatandaan na dapat may unit yan kasi kapag walang unit, mali. So, next problem. Ayan. So, the next problem, a flexible container at initial volume of 6.13 liters contains 7.51 moles of gas. More gas is then added to the container until it reaches a final volume of 13.5 liters. Assuming the pressure and temperature of the gas remain constant, calculate the number of moles of gas added to the container. So dito, medyo mag-iiba yung gagamiting formula kasi ang gagamitin natin ditong formula is the ideal gas law formula. So kasi, bakit yon? Kasi ang ideal gas law kasi, ideal gas law it tells us na na ang constant is ang pressure, temperature, and volume. Yun ang constant. So, ideal gas law, no? So, that would be PV is equals to N RT. So, naka-indicate din kasi sa ideal gas law na constant si R. So, therefore, R is, lagay ko C for constant, is constant. Constant na lang. Constant lang lagay ko. So, R is constant. So, pero kasi nakalagay dito sa problem is T and P are constant. So, therefore, nagamit tayo dito ng Boltzmann constant. So, search nyo na lang kung ano yun. Kasi, tamad tayo eh. So, since yun nga, gagamit tayo ng Boltzmann constant. So, KB. So, KB is So, ang K, it can represent any constant. K is equals to PV over Tn. So, eto yung dito sa Boltzmann constant, dito na pumapasok si temperature and volume as constant. So, since constant nga yan, tanggalin mo yung dalawang yan. So, therefore, ang matitira na lang, KB or K is equivalent to V over N. So, ayan, since meron na tayong formula for volume and number of moles, ngayon, may iba pang formula. So, di pa tapos ang pagde-derive. So, K is equivalent to V1 over N1. Ayusin ko lang. So, V1 over N1. K can also be V2 over N2. So, dito sa case na to, K is equivalent to K. So, therefore, that would be V1 is equal over N1 equals V2 over N2. So, ayan na. So, this is the formula that we're going to use. V1 over N1 is equals to V2 over N2. So, let's solve, no? So, first, let's identify the given. So, ano ba yung given? So, ang given natin is yung V1, which is equivalent to 6.13 liters. Ang N1, equivalent sa 7.51 moles. 7.51 moles, MOL. So, next, ang V2 naman, equivalent yan sa 13.5 liters. And then, ang unknown natin ay si N2. Unknown, or lagyan ko question mark sign. So, ngayon, magsasolve na tayo for the number of moles added sa container. So, balik tayo dun sa slide kanina. So, ang gagamitin formula is this one. This one. So, V1 over N1 equals V2 over N2. Tapos, substitute nyo lang yung mga given. So, 6.13 liters over 7.51 moles equals, since N2, ang N ang nawawala, wait lang pala. V2, that's 13.5 liters over N2. So, ang gagawin dyan, simply cross-multiply. So, that would be 6.13 liters. 13 liters multiply by N2. Ayan. Equals 13.5 liters multiply by 7.51 moles. And then, divide both sides by 6.13. Kasi syempre, ang hinahanap nating formula is, ang hinahanap natin is si N2. Ayan. And, sorry. 6.13L. So, ayun. So, that would be N2. Oops. Mali. N2 is equivalent to 3.51 liters times 7.51 moles. Oops, that's 751 mole over 6.13. 6.13 mole. And then, just perform the, the operation, no? So, 3.13 pala. Sorry. It should be 3.51 liters. 3.5 lang pala. 8. Burahin natin. Ayan. So, 13.5 times 7.51. That's 7.51. 7.51 divided by 6.13 moles. So, that should be 16.54. Magra-round off tayo kasi nakalagay sa calculator is 16.539. So, round off the two decimal places, 16.54. Cancel mo yung moles. Yung liters pala. Sorry. Wait lang. Dapat pala liters to. Oops, nagkamali lang. So, liters. So, cancel the liters. So, that should be mole. However, yung 16.54, that's not the final answer. Kasi we still need to find kung gaano karami yung inad. Kasi ayun, no, calculate the number of gas, of moles of gas added to the container. So, magbura tayo ng iba dito. So, barahin na lang natin. And I guess that's fine na, no? So, since ang final number of moles natin is 16.54 moles. Ngayon kasi, kailangan nating alamin kung gaano karami yung inad. So, therefore, yung N2, kailangan natin siyang, yung N1, kailangan natin siyang isubtract sa N2. So, since ang N2 natin is 16.54 moles, minus 7.51, 51 mole. So, that would be 16.54 minus 7.51. So, ang total number ang na-add, so, ang moles added ay 9.03. Oops, ayun. Moles. So, ito yung final answer natin. Kasi yan yung number of moles added. So, yun. Next problem. At 27 degrees Celsius, a gas has a volume of 6 liters. What will be the volume B at 150 degrees Celsius? So, dito, ang gagamitin naman natin dito sa gas law is yung Charles law. Why? Kasi naka-indicate sa Charles law na pressure is constant. Since pressure is constant, temperature and volume are directly proportional with one another. So, Gab, ano ibig sabihin ng directly proportional? So, ibig sabihin po ng directly proportional is that kapag tinaas mo yung isa, aangat din yung isa. So, for example, tinaasan mo yung temperature. Since ang temperature tinaasan mo, therefore, tataas din ang volume. So, parang ganon. So, vice versa din, no? Kapag binaba mo yung isa, bababa din yung isa. Ganon. So, parang ano, parang naghahatakan pababa. Ganon. Tapos, ayun. So, Charles Law. So, dito naka-indicate na pressure is constant. So, therefore, ang formula natin for Charles Law is V1 over T1 equals V2 crustacean, M, T2, ayan, T2. So, ayan. So, identify ulit natin yung given. So, ang una, T1, that is 27 degrees Celsius. V2, ay V1 pala, that would be 6 liters. T2, that would be 150. Oops. Sige, 150 degrees Celsius. Since, ang tinatanong kasi, what will be the volume? So, therefore, V2, ang unknown natin. Ayan. So, ang gagawin lang natin, simply substitute yung mga given, no? So, V1, ay wait, before that, before we substitute, first, kailangan natin tandaan na ang unit ni temperature will always be Kelvin. So, therefore, yung mga degrees Celsius, kailangan natin siyang, yung mga degrees Celsius, kailangan natin siyang in-convert ito Kelvin. So, paano? Simply add 273.15. So, kung 27 yan, so 273.15 plus 27, that would be 300. Oops, sobra. So, that would be 300.15 Kelvin. And this will be yung 150. So, 150 plus 273.15, that would be 423.15. 423.15 Kelvin. So, since na-convert na natin ito Kelvin, pwede na tayong mag-substitute. So, V1, that would be 6 liters divided by 300.15K equals V2 since wala nga. V2, lagay mo lang. This is 6. So, over T2, that would be 423.15K. So, ang gagawin natin, cross-multiply, no? So, 6 liters times 423.15K. Ayan. Equals V2 times 300.15K. Ayan. So, since meron na tayo niyan, divide both sides by 300.15K. Bakit? Kasi ang hinahanap natin yung V2. Okay? Cancel mo na yan para mas madali. ang buhay. 300.15K. So, since ganyan na, pwede mo nang i-perform yung operation. So, 6 times 4 to 3.15 divided by 300.15. So, that would be, so ang volume ay 8V2. That would be 8.46. Bakit 46? Kasi nakalagay dito sa calculator is 8.458. So, ginawa natin, nag-round off tayo to decimal places. So, dito, cancel natin yung Kelvin kasi ang measurement, ang unit pala ng volume is liters. So, yan. So, this is our final answer. Yan. So, that's our final answer.